Today we're going to show you how to change a terminal block on your range. It's a really easy job. All we're going to need is a number 1 square head screwdriver, a pair of wire strippers, and either a heat gun or a hair dryer. Let me show you how we do it. Now the first step in this repair will be to disconnect the power to the range. If it has a cord on it, simply remove it from the socket. If it's a hardwired range, we'll need to locate the fuses or the breakers, turn those off. Next, we'll remove the burner that is appropriate to the terminal block. Set those aside. And there's one screw that secures that terminal block to the main top. We can remove that at this point. Next, we're going to raise the main top. There are 2 support rods that will hold it in place. Next, we'll take and we'll clip the wires going into the existing terminal block. We'll just cut those off, leaving enough room to connect the new terminal block to the existing harness. So with a pair of wire cutters or wire strippers, cut these 2 wires completely off. And we're ready to discard the old terminal block. Now, the kit may contain 2 different mounting plates, so pick the one that's appropriate or matches the existing one and discard the other. Now next we want to strip about 3/8 of an inch of wire back. There should be lots there. The insulation on this wire has probably become pretty brittle by the time you're replacing this part, so it'll be a little tough to strip a piece off of it. Now we'll take the wires that were supplied with the kit, remove a little bit of insulation that was on the end of those. Next, we'll take the ceramic wire nuts and we'll attach those to the existing wire harness. Make sure they're on nice and tight. We need a good positive connection there. Now, the next thing we'll do is we'll slide the heat shrink tubing over the end of the terminals. And then we're going to insert these terminals into the block. So with the open end of the terminal down, push that into the back of the terminal block until it locks in place. Do that for both terminals. There are little spring locking tabs on either side. Make sure those are pulled out enough that they'll catch. Normally you will hear them click into place. Now the last thing we need to do is fold over our wire connection, slide our heat shrink tubing over both the ceramic wire nut and the wires. And next we'll use our heat gun. We'll shrink that tubing Well, we've got the heat shrink tubing in place. We can lower the main top again. And then we'll secure that terminal block to the main top. And then we're ready to reinstall the drip bowl and the element. Line the drip bowl up first. And make sure that the terminals on the element are not damaged. If they are, we'll need to replace that element. Now we can reconnect the power and our repair is complete.